I let my wife go to a festival and uncovers a lot. PT2. Hi everyone, welcome back to another Reddit cheating story. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you won't miss another cheating story goes live. My first response after that was simply freezing. I didn't yell or curse or anything. I didn't harm her in any way. I partly felt relieved that she had finally admitted what I suspected, but at the same time I felt humiliated and hurt beyond anything I've ever felt before. I didn't want to rush to anything, so I haven't thrown the ring in her face yet, nor have I confronted the other guy, as I don't want to be the person to rat on him to his wife or make myself get arrested for assault. Besides, it wasn't him that broke my marriage contract, it was my wife. I don't know what to believe anymore. The woman I thought I knew would never do something like this. She's been trying to convince me that she was an idiot and selfish and whatnot, and that she feels really bad about hurting me like that. She says she's ready to do anything to fix the situation and to get me to trust her again and feel like she's worthy again. Honestly, I don't know if I'll ever trust her again or see her with the same eyes. I do love her, of course, and I like to be around her and see her smile. But at the same time, it stings my heart. I want this to work because of the kids and our shitty financial situation, as we can't afford going through divorce, but I fear that I will lose myself and never gain any self-respect if I go through with this. How the hell can I forgive her for cheating on me with not only one guy but 3? Well, 4, if you count that one time she kissed a random guy. She was both emotionally as well as physically cheating with all of them for some period of time. Not just a one drunk night mistake, but some kind of emotional and sexual relationship with 3 guys for over 2 months. Doesn't matter if 2 of those relationships were online. She still planned to meet with them, knowing fully what would happen if they did. Has anyone here gone through anything similar to this and has some good advice? I know it's easy to say, just divorce her man and move on, but it's not that simple. I still have feelings for her and I don't know what will happen with our kids and our families. I also fear that if I divorce her, which will mean that her family and friends will know the truth, that she will harm herself or at least be in a mental state where she will have a bad influence on our kids. We also have an unfinished house and no savings and need at least to finish fixing it in order to get any cash out of selling it. But after getting lots of great comments from you guys as well as talking with my closest friends, I got enough encouragement to gain some faith in myself. I finally opened my eyes to what I had thought deep down, that there was no chance in hell that I would ever gonna get over what my wife did, so I decided last Thursday to tell her I wanted to end this marriage. I think she knew it was coming as she didn't seem that surprised. She didn't even try to persuade me or anything. Just went like a broken record. Nothing I say will change anything whenever I asked her to say anything. There was lots of crying and she called in sick to work. We have since then been telling our closest friends and family about the incoming divorce, but she has been incredibly hesitant to admit what she did to her parents. My mother knows everything, but I for some reason agreed to not tell the in-laws about what happened yet. Maybe I'm afraid of a war between my soon-to-be ex-wife and me, so I agreed to give her time to tell them. When we met them last Sunday, we told them about the divorce, but as we had to leave 2 of our kids with them for 3 days due to school holiday, it didn't feel like the right time to come clean about their daughter's multiple affairs. Instead, we told them that there were some unsolvable disagreements, which felt really bad for me to say, because they seemed so disappointed. They have been part of my family for almost 17 years and I care about them, and they have been really supportive to us through the years, both financially, and they love spending time with our kids. I felt really bad about lying to them, but I'm afraid that if I go and spill the beans, my soon-to-be ex-wife will become hostile and make the divorce process that much harder. But my patience is not limitless. I will tell them eventually if my wife doesn't come clean soon. I don't want the real reasons for the divorce to go public either, as we live in a small society and the truth would eventually find its way to my kids and they might get picked on because of it. I'd rather for the truth to remain with our closest friends and family, while the official explanation would be that we divorced due to growing apart, wanting different things, etc. I also don't want to be known as the poor guy who had his wife porked by another guy. Now there are some big loose ends to tie. We need to sell our house and find apartments for ourselves. The custody will be shared, where I will have the kids for a week and their mother for the other week. I also feel like their legal address should be with me, so I won't have to pay her child support. Would be unfair after what she did. I have no idea how this will end, but often in my country, the mother tends to get what she wants, as everyone always feels sorry for them. I will fight for my kids though. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for any future cheating stories. Here are the top comments from our community. My cheating ex still had the gall to say that I had made her betray her values, and it was apparently my fault she cheated. That woman just could not admit she was wrong, ever. Unless you have no conscience, in the long term the wounds you inflict weigh more than the ones you receive, and this is especially real after reconciliation. When you take separate paths, the WS has no chance to see the effects of their actions. They have it easier to move on. When you reconcile, the wounds you receive slowly heal, the pain fades, and we progressively override the dark moments with the new memories we build with the other person. But the ones you do on the other person are always there. Every smile, every kind gesture, every moment they lay in your arms reopen the guilt gate. Every bright memory is stained by the dark feeling that we don't deserve it. The good moments feel undeserved and the bad ones are even harder. We can be our worst judge, jury, and executioner. It has its bright side, as it's a permanent motivation to work on yourself and the relationship. But the cost is high and endless. Your wife did the worst thing imaginable, she broke her vows and cheated on you, and by doing the same will achieve what? Let her experience the same pain. Might feel good, but now you're guilty for doing the same. You will have placed yourself at her level. And she will use that against you when it all comes out. You will be labeled a cheater too, and future relationships may find out about this and what you're capable of. If you do this, your marriage will be over. You both won't be able to trust each other. If you're looking for reconciliation, this will pretty much kill it. I contemplated cheating back just because I couldn't make it even, I guess. But ultimately I decided it just adds even more bullshit to an already toxic situation. If you want to reconcile with that person or think it is a possibility, dating or fucking other people is just going to add more confusion and pain to the whole thing. Give yourself time to think without her or any other women, and then once you've figured out if you want to try again or not, you can readdress the dating other women situation. It doesn't help to sink to their level. So I used to have this friend years ago that was cheated on by his wife, and he was granted a hall pass. This friend decided he wanted to use this hall pass on me, and I felt absolutely disgusted and like a hole for him to get his revenge and stick it in. Our friendship ended immediately after his request. I'm telling you this because if you're considering doing this, whoever you're considering doing it with is also a human being that doesn't deserve to get dragged into the mess that is your relationship while you're working on your marriage. Yeah, some people will be okay with it, but most probably people won't be. Well, I suppose if you cheat on her it would hurt her. Probably won't make you feel better and will likely kill the marriage. My suggestion is you tell her you thought about it and won't cheat. Tell her you have dignity and pride, and with all your faults you will always be able to say you were faithful during marriage. Guessing here, but thinking that may sting more. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for any future cheating stories.